and gentlemen, I'm your host, Nick McQuik. I'm both overdressed and underdressed for the broadcast. As always, this is a live show, so turn on live notifications so you guys can jump in and ask us questions and have all that fun stuff. I'm joined today in studio by the #1 name in strength and conditioning in the Edmonton area, Jeff Garossino.
Hey, guys.
And today we are talking about BCAAs.
Yes, sir.
The branched chain amino acid. That sounds very scientific.
Super scientific.
But if you get down to it, it's just pre-protein.
Basically, yeah, it's essentially just, it's broken down protein, and the branched chain amino acids are specifically leucine, isoleucine, and isovaline out of the 9 essential amino acids.
So, you say 9 essential amino acids. What exactly do amino acids do?
Amino acids do, like, everything, basically.
Everything. You heard it here, Miracle Fix All, guys.
Amino acids are responsible for tons of different things inside the body. And they kind of make up protein, among other things, muscle tissue, and they're responsible for brain chemistry, like all kinds of stuff, right? There's like 200 different amino acids, I think, something like that. There is a lot. The 9 essential amino acids are the ones that we can't synthesize, so we have to get them from diet. Yeah. BCAAs are just 3 out of those.
Yeah, and these are usually ones that are very beneficial for like muscle growth, and
that's the idea. Yeah, leucine in particular, out of the 3 BCAAs, is responsible for protein synthesis. Well, one of the things responsible for it. Yeah. So essentially, yeah, helping give you a spike in protein synthesis is theoretically going to help build muscle.
Because for these, the reason that I first picked up some branched chain amino acids was I had some bro scientist in the gym tell me if you take this, it makes it so your body can absorb more protein.
No,
that's
not true at all.
No, but it is basically, because we said on our last episode, protein's the building blocks of like muscle. Yep. Branched chain amino acids are sort of the building blocks of protein.
Exactly.
So it's kind of takes it down a step. Yeah. And now for me, I find that if I were to recommend to somebody, one of the big shortfallings that I think a lot of people have is that they don't drink enough water in a day.
Yeah, 100%.
A lot of people, they put in like pop or coffee or everything like that. And I mean, hell, it's your body, your diet, do what you want, and you can have that in there. It's just try and get water too. So I always recommend to people, like, yeah, have 4 scoops a day, because that's going to be about 4 liters of water you're drinking in a day, which will really help it out.
Yeah, it definitely will. I mean, they taste delicious, so it is going to help you drink more water, especially in the gym. A lot of people, I know we had talked earlier, and you mentioned that you don't really think about drinking water when you're working out. So if you have something that tastes like Kool-Aid, you're going to think about drinking it a little bit more.
Yep, exactly. It's one of the few, I see people in the gym, they either walk in and they've got their cup, they either have pre-workout that they're drinking, or branched chain amino acids, or even some people are drinking a protein shake while they work out. Yep. What do you think that branched chain amino acids would be beneficial during the workout? Like for somebody trying to gain muscle, do you figure they should incorporate them?
So, it kind of depends on who you ask. There are some guys that drink them pre-workout, post-workout, intra-workout. There's some guys that drink them between every meal. I personally think that is a little overkill. I would say if you're drinking a protein shake post-workout or pre-workout, that's your BCAAs right there. So you don't need to worry about it. I personally, whenever I drink them, it is during a workout. And I mean, if you're trying to build muscle and you're eating enough food, they're definitely not, a must, right? You can only spike protein synthesis so much. It's not like it just keeps going up. So once you get X amount of protein, you have enough BCAAs throughout the day. It's not this thing that you need to have to help build muscle.
But is there any downside to having too much? Is there any like overdose?
I mean, not really. No. Now they have found like some kind of fringe studies that show that people with obesity and insulin resistance, stuff like that, have higher serum concentrations of BCAAs. So they're kind of looking into it, being like, well, maybe too many BCAAs can cause essentially insulin resistance, which leads to type 2 diabetes. But again, those people, if you're obese, you didn't get obese from drinking BCAAs.
Yeah, probably not.
You probably ate a shitload full of food, which caused a lot of BCAAs, among other things. So,
that being said, you said there are the branched chain amino acids that we can't synthesize naturally in our body that we get from our diet. What sort of food contains this?
Anything that has protein is going to have BCAAs,
fish, chicken,
exactly.
all
Fish,
that sort of
chicken, beef, all that kind of stuff are great sources of amino acids, and especially branched chain amino acids.
Yeah, so probably even a Big Mac.
Yeah, technically. Yep, there's going to be some BCAAs in there.
Yeah.
You betcha.
Exactly. But that being said, I always say you should focus on your whole diet before you supplement your diet. Sort of thing. So people going out there eating chicken, fish, all that sort of stuff. For one scoop of, let's go with the All Max right here.
Sure.
It's 10 grams, and you're getting 8 grams of branched chain amino acids.
Yep.
About how much chicken would you need to eat?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
And I do not know.
You do not know?
All I know is, I mean, if your diet consists of, I think they say 1 to 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, you're getting sufficient branched chain amino acids to spike protein synthesis pretty much as they can. That being said, if you train fasted at all, branched chain amino acids really do help then.
Oh man, that's
and
hard.
They have been shown to help with energy production as well.
Yeah.
Isoleucine in particular helps with glucose metabolism.
So would that have any effect then if you were in a ketogenic state?
Some
of this might be going over our
that again is kind of mixed. There are some guys out there that say they notice a difference if they take BCAAs, they don't lose fat as fast, and it kicks them out of ketosis. As far as the research shows, and most of the credible people, not just the YouTube scientists, no, branched chain amino acids are fine to have while you're in a ketogenic diet.
Okay. That also being said, for like diet restrictions, the branched chain amino acids, they're synthesized in a lab, so they're vegan?
Yeah, I would assume so.
I mean, they're going to differ from whoever makes them, whatever company selling them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those things. And also for the branched chain amino acids that we have to get through our diet, that's going to be much easier on a diet. It's kind of an omnivore diet rather than a vegetarian or a vegan.
Exactly. So. Yeah. No, it's definitely going to help out if you're vegan or vegetarian and not getting a whole ton of protein, or you're kind of right on the cusp of maybe I'm getting enough.
Yeah.
A BCA supplement is definitely not a bad idea. And even taking it post-workout, if you don't want to have a protein shake post-workout, you can have BCAAs that are really quick digesting, mix them with like a carbohydrate solution, and you're good to go.
Yeah, and like there's so many delicious flavors and so many crazy things.
They taste great.
Carbonated ones. And,
yep.
Because when I'm in the gym, I don't know what it is. When I start working out, my thirst and hunger disappear until I'm out of the gym.
Yep.
And if it's a long session, then I'm very dehydrated.
Yeah, which is definitely not a good thing.
No, and it's kind of hard to gauge how hydrated you are in the gym because you're focusing on your breathing, your contraction, your workout, your program, what you're doing next. Like if there's somebody curling the squat rack or something who you should be angling your hate at. So it really helps me just kind of maintain energy throughout the workout.
Yeah,
I find more than anything else, and there are so many different reasons to take it. And especially when you have stuff on a label that's saying shocking muscle growth research is within reach. But for me, it just really helps keep me hydrated.
Yeah, absolutely. It is, like you said, they taste delicious. It's going to help you drink your water a little bit more, then take it.
Yeah.
Like I said, any of the real negative side effects are kind of meh. They're not exactly the most solid studies you can find out there. So as far as I've seen, and personally when I take it, I do notice I feel less sore. I tend to have more energy in my workouts, whether it's placebo or not. I enjoy taking them, and when I don't take them, I do notice a difference. So take my money.
Well, with the placebo or not effect, there are tons of tests. In fact, even on the label, they say lab tested. So I don't know if they own the lab or not, but there's a lot of science behind them.
Yes,
and it makes a lot of sense. And for somebody who has like allergies or reactions to certain protein sources, would you recommend maybe branched chain amino acids?
That I'm not sure on.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose it would depend what you're allergic to, right?
Well, I know some people have like a problem with whey protein. Maybe they make a smell come out of a part of their body. And that's one of the body signaling things for like kind of gut health. So if somebody's not having a good reaction with whey protein and they don't want to get into soy for like sort of estrogen effects. Branched chain amino acids might...
I would think so. I mean, I've never heard of anybody having an allergy to leucine or isoleucine or anything. I'm sure it's possible.
Yeah.
But, if you're allergic to beef or chicken or something like that, I would assume that it's probably safe to take BCAAs, but I am not a scientist.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure, but yeah, I would agree that that's probably a good route to go, and taking it post-workout, it's going to be a really quick digesting source, and it's going to spike your protein synthesis.
So when do you take your branched-chain amino acids?
I personally take it during my workout.
Me too. It's so good.
It tastes good, and again, I have a solid meal before I work out.
Yeah.
I usually have a protein shake and some kind of quick digesting carb as soon as I finish, and then I have another whole meal within about an hour or two.
So you talked about working out fasted and the benefits of these. Yep. I can't work out fast because if the tank is empty, the car doesn't go for me.
That's fair.
But when you work out fasted, what sort of difference do you see from having these and not having these?
The biggest thing, and even just like I will occasionally fast just to fast sometimes if I'm looking for a little extra fat loss boost, especially if I want to eat some pizza that night. I will just eat a lot less, or maybe just not eat during the first half of the day. So taking these, I definitely do find just the flavor alone kind of helps kill that craving that you're looking for. It's something sweet. Whether it fills you up or not, I wouldn't necessarily say, but it definitely helps take your mind off the fact that you're hungry. So I'm not entirely sure if that's just the flavor or the actual fact that it's branched-chain amino acids. But when you're working out and you're trying to not think about being hungry, branched-chain amino acids definitely help, and they do seem to help with energy. They also block tryptophan going into the brain. So tryptophan goes into the brain, and then it converts to serotonin, which does increase fatigue. So
and then you're sleepy.
Yeah, and that's a little known fact about BCAAs, but yeah, they do block L-tryptophan.
I'll have to remember that for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yeah.
Take some amino acids before your turkey, you'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. Cancel it out. So with branched-chain amino acids, because we're talking a lot about high-functioning athletes and people in the gym working out, exercising. Would there be any benefit for average day job guy sitting at a computer all day going for maybe an hour walk a day?
I mean, in my opinion, no, not really. Unless, again, like, I guess if you fast a lot, maybe you're somebody only, if you're doing something like, maximum muscle, minimum fat, something like that, where you're
the
only,
body hacking programs.
Those different kind of intermittent fasting things where you're only eating 4 hours out of the day. And if you have trouble cramming in enough protein in that time, maybe something like a branched-chain amino acid, it might help. But if you're only walking for an hour, you're probably not really concerned with getting jacked. So, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say there's any benefit necessarily, but I also wouldn't say there's any harm. If you enjoy the taste and they help kill cravings, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, for me, the big benefit is reducing sort of hunger, keeping me hydrated. And also I really haven't noticed too much of a benefit of muscle growth or anything like that. Yeah. But it's definitely has its place sort of in the cabinet.
Yeah, 100%. They're not really going to help, at least in my opinion. They're not really going to help with muscle growth. It's more of a muscle sparing thing. So if you're dieting or again fasting, trying not to lose any muscle, they are going to help with that.
So like a bodybuilder that's cutting, or like a boxer or MMA fighter that's trying to cut weight. This is definitely something you want to throw in there.
And especially if you're doing long workouts, like if you're an MMA fighter or something, or a boxer, and you're doing 2-3 workouts a day that are an hour to 2 hours, amino acids are, in my opinion, going to help, and especially going to help with muscle sparing.
Yeah, and that's because would it have any effect on glycogen then?
That's one of those things where, like, some people say yes, some people say no. As far as what the research shows, no, it doesn't. That being said, though, isoleucine does help with metabolism of glucose, so it could technically help you burn carbohydrates a little bit more effectively for fuel, which, again, is a good thing. And could be part of the reason that some people tend to feel like they have more energy when they take them. It's not a big spike like caffeine, but I know personally I find, if I start to tucker out 45 minutes in, if I have BCAAs, it's like I get an extra maybe 15 minutes where I just don't really feel quite as tired.
So when you look at the label of the brand, because we have like 2 up here, what should people be looking for when they buy it?
The biggest thing is, like, there's a lot of debate on the ratio between them. Some people say, I think it's like 2 leucine to 1 of the other 2, and some of that kind of depends. The biggest thing is that you want to look for a big content of leucine. If it's going to break it down for you, you want a lot of leucine. Okay,
so I'm looking at this. This one is 45% leucine, and then 30 and 25?
Yep.
Okay.
See, like most products you'll see will say like 3 leucine, 2, or 3, 1, something along those lines.
Yeah.
This one is 45, 30, 25. So
yeah. Bigger numbers.
I mean, I don't know why they had to make that a little overcomplicated in my opinion, but yeah, the big thing that you're going to look for is a high leucine content. And yeah, obviously, like if there's 10 grams in a scoop, you don't want like 3 grams of branched chain amino acids. Like what else are they putting in there, right? If you're looking for straight BCAAs, this has some vitamin B6, I think some B12 in it. That stuff's totally fine. That's good for you as well. So no big deal there. And then some flavoring, but it's a good product.
Yeah. Well, when they put in the flavoring and they differ, like this one has in 10 grams has 8 grams of branched chain amino acids. There's another one that we don't have on the table right now that in 10 grams has 5.
Yeah.
So
in one of those soda flavored ones.
yeah.
Delicious from what I hear.
Oh, they were great. But it's less bang for your buck, but if flavor is more important to you.
Yeah, then there you go. That's exactly it. There's going to be 5 grams of just other stuff that's making it taste really good, and the other one, this one, there's maybe only 2 grams.
Yeah. With branched chain amino acids, also something that I've realized that I've never tried myself is they have them in a pill form.
Yep.
A flavorless pill, chalky form.
Yep.
Is there any sort of difference in that?
To my knowledge, no. It was one of those things where like 15, 20 years ago, they actually couldn't get branched chain amino acids to dissolve in water. So you'd end up like shaking the shit out of this shaker cup, and you'd end up with this chalky paste all over your face. So a lot of guys prefer to just take the pills. But then you have guys like Charles Poliquin was kind of the first guy, to my knowledge at least, that was really starting to promote BCAAs intra-workout. So he'd be slugging back like 30 pills in a workout. Just intermittently, he'd have a handful of branched chain amino acid
That might
pills.
look a little intimidating
A
in this gym.
little overkill. I would definitely prefer the powder. I don't think I've ever tried the pills either, but I mean it's the same thing, right? Yeah. I will always take a powdered form over a pill form if I can, though.
I think it'll digest a little faster.
That's the thing, yeah. I mean, maybe, you know, I don't know the digestion rate of branched chain amino acids, but generally speaking, when it comes to vitamins or anything I'm taking, I'll take a powder form or a capsule over a solid pill.
Yeah.
I think there are some things that a pill is better, but it's like few and far between.
Yeah. I mean, like, I guess maybe caffeine or something, you get a slower release on there.
Yeah, you might, something like that, exactly, yeah.
And I mean, like, neither of us are scientists, but I'm thinking just based off surface area of powder, it's going to digest faster.
Exactly, yeah, and I mean, by the time you shake it up, it's just liquid at that point, so yeah.
Yeah. Now, last episode that we did, we had proteins on, and the proteins contain branched chain amino acids.
Yeah.
Is this one of those one or the other sort of supplementing, or like?
No, you can definitely take both. I have seen some people that mix them together, like extra branched chain amino acids and protein. I don't think it's necessary.
I'm just thinking of the flavors.
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird. I think you can get unflavored branched chains though. You can from places, so you could do that. Again, it's one of those things where if you're gonna do something like that, I think you'd be better off just getting an essential amino acid powder with like all 9 amino acids.
Yeah.
Once like leucine's gonna spike your protein synthesis, adding more, again, it's the same with protein. Having more doesn't mean increased muscle. Like it just, there's a ceiling to it, and once you hit it, that's it.
It's like when you fill up your gas tank, it doesn't make any sense to go and just start pouring gas in your truck.
Yeah, exactly. It's not gonna help.
So. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Guys, if any of this was interesting or helpful or anything, please like the video. Share the video. Also, turn on live notifications. We do this on Wednesdays, so that way you can jump in, shoot us a couple questions. We'll be happy to let you know. Also, if we screwed up, please call us out, because we would love to know so that we can apologize for it in the next video. Anyway, guys, have a wonderful time and keep on watching videos on the internet.
Thanks, guys.